God's peace to you once again from McAllen, Texas. I'm standing in front of the American Spire of Honor here at the Veterans War Memorial of Texas. Let me just turn around and show you a little bit of what the memorial looks like. You can see a lot of black inscribed granite, the Spire of Honor, and of course palm trees, which certainly I don't see in Indiana. This is maybe about a 5-minute walk from our hotel. But the other reason I thought this would be a good reason to talk to you from this place today is a lot of what I heard today. The first person we spoke to was a business owner and a longtime resident of this area down in the Rio Grande Valley, as the local people call it. And we stood on the bank of the river. We stood right at the actually the entry point for the water collection for the town of McAllen. There was a fence put up in front of where the water comes out of the river, and our host told us that was there because they have had the intake for their water get clogged up with bodies. Bodies that people in the cartel have thrown in the river to dispose of. As we stood on the bank of the river, our host, he didn't use these words, but our host expressed a lot of grief for the loss of kind of the way of life that he grew up with that has changed. And he expressed a lot of fear and a lot of frustration with the lack of action on these things that are causing fear. The fear, of course, grows from the fact that cartel members are right across the river. It is not a wide river, and the cartel more or less runs that part of Mexico. There are a lot of bad actors who are taking advantage of the many thousands of people who are trying to get into the United States. And that's causing a lot of fear among some of the folks over on this side of the river. And yeah, I heard a lot of grief over a loss. This river used to be a place of recreation, a place of escape, and now is kind of a place that people are hesitant to go. I heard a lot of fear, and that was hard. At the same time, our host also spoke of the many ways that he is trying to help some of the people who are already here, and programming that he's supporting with his time and his funding. And once again, a theme that came up was he said, I want people to come and see. I want people to come here and see what this is like. This is my home, and I want people to come and see. So similar to what we heard yesterday from so many other people. We enjoyed a lunch together, and then my colleagues and I went over to a church that hosted us so that we could have conversation with 3 members of the U.S. Border Patrol. Our friends from the Border Patrol were professional, were hardworking. One of the first things one of the agents said was, I love my job, but my job can be really hard on me. He said, I'm a father, and I see children coming through who have crossed the border trying to get to the United States because it's a place where they believe they can be safe. And he said, I can't imagine my children having to make a journey of thousands of miles through dangerous places surrounded mainly by people who are looking for a better life, but also mixed in just enough bad actors to make it dangerous for everybody. And he said, as a father, that's really hard on him. Our Border Patrol agents who we spoke to said the same thing. They want people to come and see for themselves what's going on down here. I'm so thankful that I've had that opportunity to do that. One of my colleagues asked, is our border secure? And the agent we spoke to said, right now I'm not doing operations in the field. It wouldn't be fair for me to say yes or no. What he said was, we have the number of people coming across, we have the traffic under control. We can process people who are coming across to the best of our knowledge, sort out the people just looking for a better life compared to the people who are trying to come over for bad purposes. He also mentioned that there's a good number of American citizens, people on this side of the river, who are participating in trafficking, who are participating in activities that exploit people who are trying to come over here. And he said, that's a big reason why I do the work. I want to nail these bad guys. I do not want those people in my community. And once again, he said, I want people to come and see. And so my reflection today is just kind of that idea that this is a complex place with complex things going on. And just being able to come and see that there are people who are afraid. There are people who maybe feel powerless. There are people who are working hard to keep us safe, and they are mostly trying to do that and do it in an ethical way, because just like us, they're people made in God's image, and they have a heart to help people. And so thinking about all those things, I think about being here at this war memorial and some of the things that happen to people in wartime, not from my own experience, but those who have shared with me. There's a lot of fear. Sometimes there is a lot of feeling that things are way beyond your control. There is a sense of trying to care for one another. There is a sense of trying to look out for one another. And all of that is happening right here in the border, and it's really something to come and see. Peace be with you.